Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mental Health Matters with your host, Dr. Matt Glowiak. So today we're going to continue on with our quest to discuss the journey of the mind-body-spirit connection. And here we're going to work on fitness part 2. So in our last episode, our guest star, Mr. Eric McCants of MC Training, we discussed some of the various benefits that you can get out of physical fitness with mental health. And some of the things that we discussed were, reductions in anxiety, reduction in depression, increase in endorphins, decreased pain, increased mental stimulation that can help minimize the onset and slow down dementia and Alzheimer's. Right. We also discussed the ways that different body image can change by seeing you lose some weight, take off the pounds, be able to fit into different clothes, different opportunities to be able to meet new people, start new relationships. Right. And we also learned that physical trainers are also therapists in a lot of different ways. So it's great having you back on here, Eric. Thank you so much for making it. So today, as I understand, we're going to be talking about something a little bit different. This is going to be a bit of a fun episode for everyone. So what is one of the biggest excuses you get as a personal trainer?
Time.
Time. Okay. It always comes down to time.
It's I don't have time. Cost. What's another one? Motivation. And I'm like, well, that's what I'm here for motivation. So, but, people handle motivation a lot differently. So you can't pull their legs. What's the saying? You can't lead a horse to water and make it drink it.
That's true. You definitely can't lead the horse to water and make him drink it. Well, and that's the thing too. So time, and I always laugh too when I ask people, like, what would you do if you had an extra hour in the day? Right. I get one of two answers. Usually, sadly enough, the first one is work. Right. So I would work more if I had the extra hour. Other people would say sleep. I have yet to meet the person who would say I would go work out for an extra hour, put myself through some type of boot camp training.
Right. Honestly, that's how I feel sometimes.
So you feel you're the trainer.
Yeah, I don't know. There's days, ever since the baby has been the picture, my wife and I, when we had our daughter, so our schedules have become a lot more condensed or whatnot. So based on the clients that I do have and the classes that I have, and now, like I said, being a father and a husband,
Great father and husband, by the way. I love this
thank
guy's
you.
post.
Appreciate
Absolutely.
It. But no, it becomes a little difficult. So I still get workouts in for myself, but do I feel like I could be a little more efficient with them or a little more proactive, or I feel like they can be better. And that's part of the reason, because of time or whatnot. So I still try to make it work.
Okay, so it's almost, you get this additional guilt because here you are, the personal trainer here is saying that sometimes he doesn't feel the motivation. Right. Sometimes he's tired. He hasn't gotten enough sleep, and it's hard to get around to the workout. Right. And it's one of those things I joke about with my counseling friends. Right. It's really hard when I have those days where I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling anxious. Right. It's really bad when I'm feeling angry, because we're not supposed to show anger at all. But just like anybody else, we're people. I do feel feelings just like anybody else.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I'll be in the middle, switching between sessions, and I have a really heart-wrenching session with somebody, and then it reminds me of something else that happened in life that's sad and near and dear to me, and I'm feeling kind of down and out, and then all of a sudden I have to go into the room and, how's it going today? Let's talk about your issues, and I have to set mine aside. It sounds like you have a similar type of experience.
Absolutely, because there's times I go to work as well. I can get there a few minutes before a session, and whether it's me feeling anxious about something, or I'm worried about something, or let's be honest, no relationship's perfect. So there's times, if my wife and I are upset with each other, it bothers me, because I care about my wife so much. So it bothers me. But once that client walks through the door, you have to put the smile on your face, put everything to a side. Prime example was last Thursday. My daughter was sick. Mind you, I was nervous wrecked. We took her to the doctor. Doctor's like, hey, she should be fine or whatnot. So I canceled all my morning clients. But then, I'm still worried about her. So I went to go train my evening clients. Had to walk in the door. I still be like, hey, what's going on? How you guys doing? Even though in the back of my head, how's my baby doing?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
and that's that resiliency you have, and just let the record show statistically the number one stressor in a person's life and the human experience is relationships.
Right.
And I'll tell couples who I work with all the time, it's actually good to get in some type of arguments, to get frustrated with one another, once and again. Now it's unhealthy if it turns to a bad place or punching below the belt and we can't resolve it, but it is important to be able to let that out because it's a true human experience. We're talking about things that frustrate us. And if we don't talk about it, we don't have the opportunity to be able to fix it.
Exactly.
So that's definitely something. My wife, we can argue sometimes too. We're both Tauruses, and there you go. But then the counselor, my favorite thing when we get into an argument, when I get thrown at me, now is that something that you would tell to your couple client, what you just said? So we get a bit of that. But again, we're humans just like anybody else.
Right.
And when I go into the counseling setting, and like we talked about in our previous episode, one of the things I do highly recommend is a physical fitness regimen because it can help so much, again, with depression, anxiety, pain, everything else going on. People tell me, well, I don't have time.
Right.
I can't afford to go to the gym. There's not a gym that's anywhere near me. There's not the transportation and so on.
Right.
So what do I do? Well, there's things you could do, right?
Yeah, there's things you can do at home. Don't feel like time and transportation or cost should be your limitation. No, there's things you can do at home. So whenever you're ready, I can actually show you some stuff.
Absolutely. You want to show me the stuff already? Okay, well, that's fine. Well, let's get started. So here is going to be our physical fitness segment of the show, led by Mr. McCants here.
Absolutely.
So hopefully my microphone doesn't fly out of the pocket again on lunge.
Well, the first one is very simple. Something we've done as kids.
Okay.
Jumping jacks.
Okay, jumping jacks?
Yeah.
All right.
So, starting off with our jumping jacks, like I said, for somebody new, let's just start off with 10. Okay. 10 jumping jacks. You ready?
I'm getting tired just thinking about it. All right.
Yeah. Here you go.
Oh, here I go.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm training you right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're training me? Okay.
3.
All right. Am I doing
Five,
it right?
Oh, yeah. 6.
Okay.
7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesomeness in the cup.
10 jumping jacks. Look at that.
Now, for somebody that has bad knees.
Okay. And that's me.
So, you would actually just sit and stand. This is what I call a sit and stand.
Okay.
So all you do is to sit down.
All right. I like this part of the exercise.
And we stand right back up.
Okay.
1.
How many am I supposed to do here?
Well, we're going to do 10 of them.
Okay. All right.
2.
Feeling a bit of the burn?
Yes. And 3. Well, we're not going to do all 10.
Oh, okay.
So
I appreciate that. Thank you.
But, and if it's too easy for you, also, if you have a milk jug, just hold a milk jug.
Okay.
Yeah, milk jug, gallon of water. Hey, got a kid? Hold your kid.
Well, what's one of the great things too about a gallon of water, and I learned this recently, it's about 8.5 pounds.
Right.
So you can actually get quite a workout doing that, especially if you want to tone yourself up. 8.5 pounds over 50 reps or what have you. But the other great thing with it too is the jug itself is quite light, so you can add water or whatever type of liquid you want in there to increase the weight as you go along.
Absolutely. And then if you do not want to actually hold your water jug or your milk jug, another thing you can do is turn around.
Okay.
This way. This actually might be a tad bit high.
Okay.
For you, not so much, but you can also do step-ups. So all you're going to do is just go up with the right and then come down with the right.
Okay. And this reminds me of gym class back in middle and high school when we used to do step aerobics.
Yeah.
So I can actually do this type of thing at home. I think I'm supposed to switch it up, right?
And this workout right here is
cutting
actually
my head off there, right?
Yeah. And this workout right there is actually going to work on your quads. And the quads is actually the big front of your legs.
You feel a bit of a burn there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing that we can do is also called high knees in place.
Okay.
So all you're doing is running in place. So you're going to go opposite knee. Opposite hand, opposite foot.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
That's all you're going to do.
I don't even know if I'm coordinating.
Well, maybe I should, there you go.
I'm really looking at the floor. I see camera, everyone's like, there goes that microphone again.
Right, so.
I used to do those steps in marching band.
Really?
That was band.
Nice. Then, so starting off with something like that, I would just advise go for like 15 seconds.
Okay.
20 seconds, and so on and so forth. So, like I said, start off at 15 seconds. 1 week, next week go over to 20.
Okay.
The following week we go up to 30. Next thing you know, you're doing them for 60 seconds. So.
Pretty amazing. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty simple stuff. Another thing we can do is push-ups. Would the camera go that low?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess we can find out.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so I'll turn around.
Okay.
You can come down with me.
All right.
Hands on the ground.
All right.
All right, we're going to go down to 90-degree angle first. We're going to push right back up. And right back up. And for somebody who cannot do full push-ups, all you have to do is just drop your knees and just come right back down.
Oh, you can still feel that too.
So that's what you have to do.
Excellent.
Yeah, there's a few things. I don't want to give you way too much. It overwhelms some people. They were like, this is way too much. It's too intense. So another thing we can do, air squats for people who do not have bad knees.
This one's on you.
Yeah. So hands in front. All you're going to do is just drop your legs down to a 90-degree angle and come right back up. So I'll do it from the side so you can see from here too. Straight down and right back up. So you can either do 10 reps or we can do this for time. We can go for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and then switch it up with one of the other exercises that I showed you.
Okay.
Okay? So.
So it's one that I kind of liked. I used to do, and then my wife will kill me for this one. I got this dip station and pull-up bar. That sits in my office / workout / storage room. But since I haven't been using that too much, but just going in and doing some dips and things like that, and really great here for the triceps.
So you can do
that.
Wide
arm there, but
yeah, I would say from here, grab the edge of the chair.
Probably a better idea.
Yeah, and just drop your hips straight down. And come right back up. Now these depend on the person's strength level.
And that one definitely burns.
Yeah. We'll start with 5. And from 5, we'll move to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20. I would say start off with 3 of the exercises that I showed you for one day. And then the next day, go for a walk.
Okay.
Let us run a block. And then you take a 2-block walk. And the third day, come back to these exercises and whatnot. You don't want to do them back to back or not. You don't know how your body's responding next day. Next day you might be a little sore. You're like, I'm just going to go take a walk.
Yeah, so I'll make sure to ease up to it. It kind of goes down. I did kind of hear it. Maybe we can start back with the dips again then after we fix it.
Should I flip it this way?
It's supposed to go on like the outside. I can pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah, all of a sudden, all I'm hearing is.
Uh-oh. Because there was like a lot of bass that I was hearing in the background. I guess you can stand back up, and then when you cue us back up, you can go with the dips. I guess I'll let you introduce the dips, so I don't do the wide chair thing. That looks stupid anyway.
Are you gonna just start from where you got through with the dips?
No, we'll do the dips again, because I think that's when at least I heard the muffling was right when we started the dips in there.
Oh, where'd you hear the muffling?
It was like bouncing off the wall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's nice. So then all right, well, this camera's still. All right, so one of the things too, so I always laugh with. Okay. All right, here. All right. So I'll make the comment about my house and wife again. Okay, so. Right? Okay. So, one of the things my wife always gets so upset with me about is about a year and a half ago, I went on Amazon and for $99, I bought this dip, push-up, pull-up. Why are you laughing at me, really? I didn't even say what I was going to say. It's not even the punchline of the joke. Anyway, so, since having kids and having to work from home and do all these different things, so I've got my office / workout room / storage room. And, okay, I guess you deserve to laugh because I've used it twice in a year and a half. But wife keeps telling me to get the ugly thing out of there, but so I probably should do that. But I know one workout that I used to do would be dips on a chair, right?
And with the dips on a chair, just grab a simple chair.
Okay.
Put your hands right here.
Okay.
On the very edge of it.
All right.
Put your legs out. So depending on the client, you can either go straight out, or if you're kind of a beginner, you can bring your legs in.
Oh, okay.
Make it a little easier. And all you're gonna do is just dip straight down.
Oh, it does make
And
it a
come
lot
out.
easier.
And based on a chair, some chairs you can get away with just using this one, or if you're just a little wider, and what I mean by that, a little broader, is the word, use 2 chairs and come out. So you can be a little more comfortable. So you're not as narrow in the
Nice.
back. Keeps the stress off your shoulder too,
Nice.
or whatnot.
Well, I know another one. What exactly does this work out where I would put like my feet actually on the chair and do push-ups like this?
Oh, the elevated push-ups.
Elevated push-ups, yeah.
Yes.
So you think of those.
Yeah.
Hmm?
So we can
Surprised
do
I can
that.
still do it, right?
Yeah. Or we can put our hand behind our back and we can do it with one hand.
Okay.
I'm totally
Keep
messing.
losing this microphone here. I'm sure that you could do it. Well, nice. So these were a few simple workouts and like
Real simple.
something, of many that we could do. And I love that saying. I always have my sayings and quotes, but the best things in life are free. So,
Exactly.
so there's not a cost that you necessarily have to put to physical fitness.
No, so what I'm going to say is everything that I just showed you, that would be $45 to everybody who's watching this
Oh,
video.
there you
right
go.
now.
See, we
Totally
gave
kidding.
you a freebie right here.
Totally kidding.
Nice.
But with these workouts, I would say pick 2 or 3 of them, start off slow, and then do them for that one day. Next day, go for like a walk around the block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks if you want to, or whatnot, depending on the person. Then
Okay.
the third day, come back to some of these workouts. Just kind of bounce back and forth. So I mean, in a sense, you're getting up, you're doing something different.
It's good.
Or whatnot. It's free.
It's free. That's
It's
probably
free.
the best part for
And
many
not only
people.
that, like believe it or not, sooner or later you'll start feeling better. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know what, these are actually working or whatnot. You'll see a change within yourself. So.
I'll be honest. I feel a little bit better, but I noticed a change in my heart rate's accelerating.
Right.
Breathing a little heavy. I think I need to sit down for the rest of this episode. You gave me a bit of a workout here. Okay, that was cheesy. Sorry. But no, I mean, and that's just the thing here. Being really creative in the types of things that we could do to be able to add, some type of element of physical fitness into our
Absolutely.
lives. So we just really debunked, this is
Right.
like Mythbusters over here. We debunked that working out has to be something that's very expensive. It's something that has to be very time consuming, that you have to go to a place that's far away. Now, obviously, there are many benefits that you get from going to a place like MC Training
Right.
and having somebody there to motivate you. I know you got way more workouts, great machinery
right.
and things like that that go on. But, the thing is that anybody can do it. And whatever type of level you're at, you have the opportunities right there for you.
Absolutely, it's right there in front of you. It's like literally right there at the side of your bed, in your living room, in your dining room, even in your kitchen.
No, absolutely. So simple household things. Now, I'm going to tell you, Eric, I still have some individuals who, some of these exercises we did, while they're great,
Right.
still, okay, it might be a bit much for me. I don't know if I'm necessarily at that level yet. So what can I do, to be able to get somebody who has no physical fitness experience whatsoever, is feeling completely out of shape, is completely unmotivated, and, kind of do like a little Jedi mind trick there to get the individual to do some type of fitness activity.
Right. One thing I've I've done this with a client before. I said, "What's your favorite type of music?" And she was like, "Believe it or not, Beatles." I was like,
Beatles are my favorite band.
"Really?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I said, "Oh, okay. Is there any way you have this on like your iPod or anything?" And she's like, "Yeah." So I want you to do me a favor. Grab your iPod, whether you can go to a gym or just outside around your neighborhood. Listen to the Beatles. I want you to listen to 5 songs and go home. And she was like, 5 songs and go home. I said, 5 songs and then go home. And believe it or not, she did it. And she came back, she was like, I'm going to do 6 songs next time.
Excellent.
And whatnot. So, I mean, it's something as simple as just walking or whatnot. And then walking turned into, hey, I'm going to actually try to jog a little bit. Okay, go for the jog. Hey, what can I do about this? And then, believe it or not, the dips.
Yeah, the dips make a
Believe it or
big
not, it was
difference.
actually
So
the dips that I showed. I said,
good
well,
burn.
it takes you can do a little dips at home. And then she's like, I'm going to do that or whatnot. So, I mean, it's so simple. Like, all it is I do not know this guy's name. I literally just saw this the other day. And I wish I knew this gentleman's name. I just saw it on Facebook.
Chuck Norris.
No, it wasn't Chuck
Arnold
Norris.
Schwarzenegger.
No, it wasn't. No, he was a Marine. And he said, whatever you find easy, don't do it. Whatever you find hard, do it. He said, believe it or not, that's going to help you mentally. And it's
Right,
going to
words
make,
of wisdom.
yeah. And he said, if you do everything hard, he said, whether it's working out or you think running's hard, he said, believe it or not, you just conquered your fear or whatnot. And he said all the easy stuff just became 10 times easier or whatnot. And he said at that point, you're going to feel like nothing can stop you or whatnot. And I feel bad that I forgot this guy's name because I literally just saw it like 2 nights ago. What day did we talk? That was
Yeah, it was on Monday.
Yeah. So it was that day, actually. I saw it like right after our conversation.
Well,
so.
the important thing is that the message stuck with you and
Right.
you're able to share it with everybody here, which is great. You know, and like something like that, I like that example, the Beatles, and being a huge Beatles guy myself, you know, with that too, you can actually pace yourself on the walk because some of the songs can be very short, you know, like a minute and a half or so, and some of them go a lot longer, 7-8 minutes, and so you can continue to build up from that. You know, like some of the things I've recommended to clients as well is, you know, how often, you know, we go to the store, we drive the parking lot trying to find the closest spot. You know, we probably spend 4 to 5 times longer trying to find a close spot than, you know, what it would have actually taken to just park in the first spot you see and walk to the front. So one of the suggestions I'll have for people is, how about this? Park all the way at the end of the lot, and you have less chances of your car getting damaged, you know, in the back of the lot. You know, walk all the way up, go into the store, and then walk all the way back. Or, you know, like here, you know, in the village of Bolingbrook, we have the Bolingbrook Promenade. You know, on a beautiful day, you can go and walk around. You know, here at the community center, you can walk around the reflection pond with the fountains and everything, too.
Now, the promenade, depending on the person, that could be a little dangerous, too.
Yeah, if you're not paying attention, well, we always... Yeah, so that's another thing that we do.
Some people can be a little shopaholics.
Yeah, people can be shopaholics and spend a lot of money. And we also have the people who are on their phones as they're walking in the middle of the intersection. So we do need to be safe. We urge safety here as well. You know, but that's one simple thing, you know, just parking at the end of the lot. Or another thing I recommended, and it's something I did, you know, when I was working at my corporate job, it was in a 7-story building. And so what I would do is, you know, if I ever had to, let's say, use the bathroom, or if I was going to go to lunch and you go outside, but we were on the 3rd floor, 2nd floor of the building, you know, and I would walk all the way to the top, walk all the way down, then come back to the 2nd floor, use the restroom, go back to my desk, you know, and then I would, you know, if I had to go to lunch, I would walk all the way up, all the way down, lunchroom, come back up, you know, and simple little things like that. Now, of course, I had to be, you know, conscientious of the time, miss out, you know, what I had going out with work or get in trouble missing phone calls and that, you know, just doing something like that. Or let's suppose that you have a ranch-style building where there aren't any stairs, but you can walk around, just walk up and down the hallway. Or individuals who are on their cell phone, you know, while you're on the phone, just get up and walk around, keep yourself active. And these types of things, you're not considering being a workout, but they really are.
They really are. And then another thing that people, I actually done this with some of my clients. I haven't done it ever since I have this thing, but when I used to have my Fitbit, just join a little Fitbit challenge.
My wife loves her Fitbit, yes. Yeah, the magic number is 10,000 steps. And my wife's in a group of, you know, some family members and friends, and they always got to get 10,000 steps. And it's actually one of these type of addiction things. Sorry, love, but it gets ridiculous. It'll be 11:58 at night trying to get to bed. Oh, no, I'm 55 steps short. We'll, like, literally jump out of bed, you know, walk around the room, the hallway. Really? It's you? I kind of figured you would tell me that.
Guilty. I've done that a few times. I was in a challenge with one of my wife's old coworkers, and we were like battling it out the whole week.
It was a competitive guy right here.
Yeah, of course.
Something's never changed.
So, I think I was like 100 steps behind, and literally I just walked up and down the stairs for like 10 minutes, and I was like, I'm gonna win. Ultimately, I lost by 3 steps.
You lost by 3 steps?
3 steps, because like she didn't update hers, so she came out of work and like must have updated, and then it went up. I was like, come on, dude.
And how'd you respond to that the next day? Did you have to make up those 3 steps?
Well, we had to edit this. I responded,
okay, so you didn't respond too well to that
I didn't
one?
respond. No, I'm very competitive.
Well, I mean, you know, and other things too, we talk about work competitions and things like that. I know, you know, oftentimes if you see some type of like corporate or work challenge or whatever type of thing, we go by BMI than, you know, actual pounds lost. Because for every single person, it's going to be a little bit different. We have different types of goals that we need to adjust for. But, you know, I always love those types of competitions because then we see people riding their bikes to work. And it's pouring down rain, I'm still riding my bike to work. Or, you know, one thing I used to do as well, in addition to the stair thing, is I'd walk all the way around the big building while listening to music and eating my sandwich or whatever I had.
That is so funny. I haven't been in a BMI challenge. I haven't been in one of those. I challenge you.
You challenge me?
I challenge you.
I challenge you. Challenge accepted right here, right now. This guy's going to win. I'm already dead in the water. But I just think it's absolutely so amazing here. Just the simple types of things that people can do to get their life off,
Right.
on the right track. So again, we highlighted some of the important benefits of, fitness with mental health and all the changes you can get and some of the struggles that we're going to have, trying to get started.
Right.
Again, and we oftentimes fool ourselves because, like I said, it's 90%
It's
mental,
all
10%
mental.
physical.
It's literally mental. Like the moment something feels a little difficult, the human mind is naturally gonna get in defense mode. Be like, you know what? No, that's okay or whatnot. I'm not gonna do that. But it's one of those, like you said, 90% mental. If you can conquer the mental phase of that, you're unstoppable. Like nothing can stop you. So.
Absolutely. And that goes to the truth with anything else that we're doing. If there's any type of change that you ever want to make, in your life, you set a goal and you stick to it. I really like as well when people come in, to the office and they'll be in a very bad spot and tell me, what are your goals? What are your dreams? If you could do anything you want to do or become anything you want to be, what is it? And one of the first things people say to me time and time again is, oh, well, it's too unrealistic for me to be able to achieve it. There's no way that I can do this. And, I'll hear a lot of different things. It may be somebody who's in, 50s or 60s. I'm not going to be able to get that degree. I'm too old for it.
Never.
Younger adolescent. Oh, I'm never going to get into this romantic relationship, or I'm not going to be able to get into college. Somebody, well, I'm not going to be able to get that job because I'm not qualified enough. I'm not going to be able to lose the pounds.
Right.
And again, if you have some type of structure around it, the difference between a dream and a goal is a dream with a plan around it.
Exactly. And then kind of going off what you said, they're coming in with that negative mindset in a sense where, no, I can't, it's just not going to happen. It's like, you can do this as long as you put your mind and your heart into it. Like you said, the whole mind, body, spirit. Like, as long as you put your heart into it, it can happen or whatnot. I'm almost a little disappointed with some of your clients. I was seriously would like to talk to someone. I was like, no, don't think like that. Like, my wife lives by this this quote, and she said, positive minds bring positive outcomes.
Absolutely.
Or whatnot. And
Absolutely.
So, and believe it or not, when she first told me that, I didn't get it at first, and I was like, what? Or whatnot. But she's right. She said, if you think positive things will happen. So.
Well, guess what? There's an actual theory in psychology for that called the self-fulfilling prophecy.
Really?
And what that's saying is that we act in accordance with the way that we see ourselves.
Right.
And it's one of those things that can be a good thing.
Right.
If you see yourself as somebody who's competent, somebody who's confident, somebody who can get the job done, you're always going to push yourself to do it because if you believe you could do it, well, it's worth spending the amount of time going through all the physical exhaustion and everything that you have to sacrifice to get it because you believe you can.
Absolutely.
Now, on the other end of it, if you don't believe you could do something, why would you spend all the energy and time and effort to try to attain something that seems completely unattainable to you? And the other problem with that too is, it's not only an internalized thing, but something externalized as well.
Right.
That's why we see, students, if they have teachers in particular who, are constantly giving them low marks, you're not going to go to college, you're not going to make it.
Right.
Well, when that child starts to believe that and says, okay, well, forget it. Why am I going to spend 8 hours this week studying for a test that I know I'm going to fail, or why should I do the homework assignment when I know I'm going to fail? So again, positive minds breed positive outcomes, and that is a big part of the mind-body-spirit connection. Whatever way we look at it. So whether it's physical fitness, mental health, all of it, we do need to have that positive attitude to be able to do it. And just that little switch right there can make all the difference. And that's one of the wonderful things that you bring to the table as a personal trainer.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
No, absolutely. Well, and I appreciate you coming on here. I think these have been 2 very fun episodes.
Absolutely.
It's been great, reconnecting and everything. And I certainly hope that, the viewers had a great time watching this episode. It was a little fun. You got to see me make a fool of myself. You got to see Mr. McCants over here show you some workouts. But it's true. Again, positive minds breed positive outcomes. We have to consider the connection between physical fitness, and mental wellness. It's all tied together seriously. And if you do put in just a little bit of effort every single day, even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, doing 2 jumping jacks, walking for 2 minutes, it truly can add up over time. And that's a lifestyle change we're looking for. So again, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to be a guest on the show, please send me a message to dr.mglowiak@gmail.com. Thank you and have a wonderful day.